Hey, what's up, everybody? So last night, after youth group, some of the leaders stayed around and played volleyball for a little bit and had some good games of volleyball. But as I'm getting ready to leave, I rode my motorcycle to church. And as I'm getting ready to leave, I start to take off. It's gravel in the new property at this point, so you got to take off real slow, right? So as I'm starting to take off, I was like, oh man, I need to check for my phone. So I pulled clutch and tapped my phone, and as I'm going back to tap my phone, because you know how you like tap your pocket to make sure it's there, all of a sudden the bike just is dead. And I was like, it wasn't a stall, obviously the clutch was in, and it wasn't like I jerked or anything like that. And I was like, oh no, something just happened with the bike. The bike's dead. What's going on? So then I'm all of a sudden, you kind of do like, whenever something goes wrong with something you know what to do with, you kind of do go through a checklist. Okay, check this, check that, whatever. So apparently what had happened was when I was going back to reach for my cell phone, I had hit the kill engine switch. So I don't ever use the kill engine switch. I always pull up and just cut the key off. I know a lot of people say not to do that, but anyways, that's what I do. So I never hit the kill engine switch. It's a big red switch, by the way, on the right hand where the brake is on that handle. So anyways, I hit that thing apparently when I was going back to get to my phone, and then I'm having to diagnose and be like, what is wrong with the bike? I'm sure everybody that was behind me thought I'm stalling. They're probably having a good laugh, but here I am trying to figure out what's going on. But honestly, as I was riding home and I was thinking about that, just how ridiculous it was that I hit the kill engine switch accidentally, didn't know that I'd done it. I thought to myself about some people I've been reading about in the Old Testament, and some of them are the judges, the kings, and things of Israel and Judah during that time period when they were divided. And a lot of these kings did that which was evil in the sight of the Lord, the Bible will say. But there are a few of them that says they did that which was right in the sight of the Lord. But it has a little a little qualifying statement behind it. It says they did that which was right in the sight of the Lord, but not with a perfect heart, but their heart did not trust in God, or something about their heart that wasn't attached to Christ. It wasn't attached to God. And so, yeah, they did the right things, but then it'll say after that, and it'll say that they brought in the idols, they brought in the high places, the graven images from other cultures and other gods around them that God did not want them to have, because obviously we have the commandment that you're not going to have any other God before me. So obviously this was an issue, and it starts with because there was a switch that was flipped, right? So at some point along the way, they accidentally or purposefully hit that switch, and now there's no diagnosis, there's no way to start the engine, there's no way to get it moving. So I thought about how that translates into my life so many times, is that whether or not there's some things I just kind of let in my life and I don't really think about it, and it's just like as I'm going back, I've hit the switch, and now I'm going, why am I not moving? Why am I struggling with anger? Why am I struggling with bitterness? Why am I struggling with all these different things? It doesn't make any sense what's going on, and you have to kind of diagnose. Well, here's the thing. So today, you may struggle with a few things, right? Obviously we're going to struggle with things throughout the day, no matter what. But if you're finding yourself constantly struggling with the same thing over and over and over and over and over again, then you might want to check the handlebar and make sure you haven't hit the switch, right? Because sometimes we allow things to happen. Sometimes we allow things into our life. Again, sometimes on purpose, and other times it's on accident. It just kind of sneaks in there, or we just don't notice it. Not really on accident. We just don't notice it. But it kills our spirituality. It kills the engine. We're no longer moving. So I would encourage you today, if you're struggling with something consistently, man, this is going and going and going and going and going, and you have a personal relationship with Christ, then you got to look at your life and say, where did I hit the switch? At what point? What caused me to do that? Was it the music that I led in my life that caused me to switch? Was it this thought that caused me to hit the switch? What was it that made me, or that caused me to hit the switch and stop if I can say it this way, I'm not trying to be weird, but the spiritual motorcycle from moving forward? I'm stalled because I've hit a switch somewhere. Today, think about it. Is the motorcycle moving? Is the spiritual motorcycle moving in your life, or are you sitting still because you've hit the switch somewhere? I'd encourage you today to take some time, check it out, because you don't want what is said in the Old Testament about some of those kings to be said about you. I certainly do not want to be laying in a coffin in front of people and someone to get up and say, AJ did that which was right in the sight of the Lord, but not with a perfect heart. Check the switch, see what's going on.